Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another episode of YOLO My IRA. My name is Fam, and it has been some time since the last time I have uploaded and also updated you guys on this channel. Really, not like there's anything to really update or an audience to really update to, but this is just more for my own pleasure. But regardless of that, some new things have occurred. As of yesterday, I finally have some more dry powder in my Roth IRA, mainly because of a Roth conversion from my old 401k, and that's giving me about $19,500. And I'm pretty stoked. I'm going to be a little bit more smarter with this money, and I'm looking forward to how much I can grow this $19,500. Now I'm going to put on the screen probably the exact amount of how much was rolled over, and I kind of want to mainly just be in stocks to see, or I mainly want to be in stocks that aren't my current holdings from before, like BlackBerry, Cleveland-Cliffs, GameStop, and HITI. The two others in particular, Microvision and VALE, are two companies that I just bought with this new money, and I kind of want to look at different stocks aside from my original holdings, because I want to see and measure up how much I can grow this $19,500. And like I said before, nothing's really changed. I decided I'm gonna really just upload this in a one take, kind of like a live stream-esque way. I don't really feel like doing edits. This is more or less just for my own pleasure, as I said before, my own entertainment, and just to keep a historical record of my progression and at least my thought process at certain points in time. But with that being said, in regards to my original holdings, I mean, really nothing's changed. The only positive one has been Cleveland-Cliffs. As you can see, my cost basis per share is about $20. I did average up over some time. Nothing too crazy, but I am still profiting about $700 as of right now. Cleveland-Cliffs, I like the whole steel, macroeconomics, global view of what's going on right now. We're anticipating a commodity and steel super cycle, and there's a lot of stuff going on in the world right now in regards to supply and demand with that. So fortunately, I read up a lot on that in mainly the VTards subreddit, so I kind of thank them a lot for the knowledge they have blessed me with so far. But with my other holdings, BlackBerry, GameStop, and HITI, BlackBerry, I mean, we'll see. I think it's got a little bit more run to it in the next earnings call maybe, but I might just sell out once I come into a profit. I did have the opportunity to sell out when it was like $19, $20 in its previous month's run-up, that little mini run-up. And I debated really hard on whether or not I wanted to sell it at that point in time, but as you guys can see, I didn't pull the trigger. For GameStop, I'm just holding. I thought about adding more to it to lower my cost basis, but for the time being, I kind of stopped myself because I figured I put enough that I am willing to lose, and of course I don't want to lose any money, but I'm comfortable with the position I'm at right now, and also my current cost basis. It is what it is, and we'll see. I think GameStop is very risky, very volatile, as many of you guys know, but the likelihood of it running up crazy, maybe in the next couple months, when they come out with their quarterly earnings, is a possibility. And it has that momentum, it has that cult following, so that's why I haven't sold out just yet and admit my defeat, just like the last time when I could have just held GameStop originally, more shares actually, and maybe even come out on top. But you know, live to see another day. HITI in particular, this is a really long-term hold. It's kind of been down on the downtrend, or it's kind of been on the downtrend for quite some time. I think it's because they're doing a lot of dilution of their shares, and they have great financials, they're great mergers and acquisitions in the past couple of months, and I think over time the cannabis industry will slowly consolidate, and we'll be happy overall when High Tide eventually becomes the bigger one of the groups of main cannabis retailers, particularly in Canada. So as of right now, it's about 40% down, but we will see. We will see. In the meantime, I'm just selling some covered calls on it if I can on some green days. I got one expiring actually the 20th, and I mean at that point I'm already profiting pretty well on that, so I could close it, but I'm gonna just let it ride. I don't really care because I don't think High Tide is spiking anytime soon. But the main meat and potatoes of this is the fact that I've entered 2 new positions for today actually, because like I said before, my funds finally came through yesterday, and I was really pissed because I was eyeing Microvision. I have like all my stocks obviously in my watch list that I currently hold, and Microvision was really taking a beating. Obviously people know it had its crazy run up to 27 a few months ago, then it had a little mini run up again at 25. Fortunately in my other account I have a cost basis around like $10, so, and I built up a sizable position off of that, so I'm really happy with how that's going in that account. But for this one, this Roth IRA didn't have any Microvision before, or it did, but now it got called away because I sold the covered call off it, and it got called away during that little mini run up, and now I want to scale back in, and I thought before the earnings call, which was yesterday, for Microvision, it was sitting around like $12.50, $12.20, and I thought that was a perfect opportunity, especially in regards to all the ties and leads that people have been piecing together over in the MVIS subreddit. They're doing an excellent job over there, and like I said before, it's asymmetric risk versus reward, especially at $12.50 like it was closed yesterday. And then they had the earnings call, and they announced Microsoft, or they confirmed Microsoft as their partner or their customer, more specifically since 2017, and especially their technology is being used in the HoloLens 2, which is being sold obviously by Microsoft, and leading from that is the fact that Microsoft has their IVAS technology being contracted to the military, and MVIS is most likely, or it has been confirmed, I'm pretty sure, technology in that. So not sure. I don't take my quote on that because I'm not as well versed in Microvision as many people over there on the subreddits are, but I think I know enough to know that $12.50 was a steal. And then they had the earnings call, crazy, spiked up to about $15, or at least today, and then it's just been a slow trickle decline, and it closed at about $13.75. And this morning I was like, man, I kind of want to build a position in Microvision, because even in my opinion, sub $15 is a pretty solid steal, especially with the bio potential and technology potential this company has, as we transition towards automotive, or at least self-driving and LiDAR technology. And I was really hoping to get in at 12, but obviously I didn't. So I set limit buys at like mid 14s, and that built up to about 600 shares at a 1462 cost average. And I set another limit for $13.50 and $13. So obviously those got canceled because they never filled today, but I will be keeping my eye out on it. It's currently on my watch list. The main one I want to build up is Microvision, because I think honestly my criteria going forward to kind of momentum swing these positions to rapidly build up my capital, hopefully, is, this is obviously off the top, is one, like I said before, I'm going to momentum trade. Two, I want to find solid companies that have been oversold potentially, or at least are undervalued enough to where when they catch momentum, it'll, 2x, 3x, hopefully very rapidly. And I just want kind of those two criteria to be my main focus: undervalued and momentum, to kind of be the main focus for this new journey, quote unquote, with this capital. And obviously I want to buy an undervalued but also solid fundamental companies. I guess that's my third criteria, is the fundamentals have to at least be decent, or at least if there are macroeconomic tailwinds going behind it. For Microvision, obviously, I've been a holder from the jump, well, not really from the jump, but like a few months ago, enough before the initial spike, and I've been watching it over time slowly go down, and I think sub 15 is still a good buying point. And tomorrow and also next week, I'm going to be kind of eyeing the price. If it hits $13.50, I will buy a little bit more. If it hits $13, I'm going to buy a lot more, and I think that will be enough for me to build my position off Microvision. So Microvision is kind of my main holding. My other side holding is VALE. VALE is kind of in that same iron ore mining, steel, macroeconomic tailwinds that we got going on right now, especially in that commodity super cycle, in correlation with like my main thesis with Cleveland Cliffs. And I have leaps in my other account, my brokerage, at like a 19C for March 2022. So I'm obviously a big, or not a big, but at least like 30% on those. So I figured I don't really want to go options right now, because it's a little weird, because VALE options, it's like the price is down, the underlying is down, but the options or the leaps pricing is still like fairly high. I was kind of hoping to get filled in my other account around like $2.50 per option, or per call, sorry, but those have been trickling around $2.75 to low $3. So I'm pretty patient with my leaps nowadays. I've gotten burned already for a few of my holdings, so live and learn. But at least with the plays that I got going on right now, I kind of made it back, so I'm kind of like almost break even. But for the time being, I'm just going to be in VALE Commons. I'm going to stick to Commons for the time being, I think, because they're safer for me right now. I'll do options in my brokerage account, but I think for my Roth, I'm just going to stick with Commons and kind of do what, if you guys are familiar on the subreddits like Wall Street Bets, etc., you'll know of Sir Jack a lot, and he kind of YOLOs his 401k into Commons and then catches a momentum, swing trades it, and sells out. So I'm kind of going to be in that same vein. Honestly, I am somewhat confident I can at least do better this time and at least learn to take profits, because before that was an issue, especially in regards to BlackBerry and GameStop. I didn't think to take profits, and I got married to the position. Now I'm obviously going to enter in positions that I do enjoy holding if I have to for the long term, but the goal is to maximize my returns as fast as possible. And I'm obviously not going to be swing trading every week, every certain day or something like that, but I think when I reach like 20 to 30% returns on my positions, unless there's more, I guess, macroeconomic tailwind supporting it, then I will keep it in and then ride it. But if it doesn't, then I'll kind of just sell, find the next opportunity, and then buy in and sell again. So we'll see how it goes. We're starting it right now, like I said before, or maybe I haven't said before, but we're starting about $19,500, mainly with these two positions, Microvision and VALE. They're going to be on my watch list for the next couple days and the next couple weeks to see if I can scale down and lower my cost average. If not, hopefully just be at a decent cost average and entry point to where, you know, when the momentum catches up, it'll pay off bigly. And I think these two plays will be very profitable in the next coming months. But as of right now, I still got $8,500 left to play around with, and I am mainly looking to build these two positions. So with that all being said, that's all I really got for right now. Hope you guys enjoyed. You know, if people can do it, I can do it. And that seems a little bit over optimistic, overconfident on my end, but that's the reason why I started this channel back up. Is so that way I can look back and be like, damn, I've come a long way. Or I can look back and be like, damn, I really fucked up. But I'm confident. We'll make something slowly but surely. And then yeah, let's get to it. I'm probably not going to do like weekly uploads. Probably only when I do like main, like, I don't know, when something big happens, I guess. Because there's no point in updating weekly if nothing's really happening, especially if I'm not taking profits. So we'll see. And the last thing is that I'm almost at the cap for my Roth IRA. I think I have like $250 left to contribute before I hit that $6,000 cap. So I'll probably add $250 to our current amount, or current play money that we're going to be using. I haven't added it yet, but I'll add it soon. So with that being said, whoever's watching this, thank you guys for watching, and I will see you guys next time. Peace.